Hi, I'm Dr. Shikha Sharma, and today I'm going to be talking about something which is very interesting. A lot of people have asked me what is the difference between intermittent fasting and Vedic nutrition. So, really, there is a lot of difference, but there is one similarity which might be very useful for people who are trying intermittent fasting. Firstly, am I in favor of intermittent fasting or am I not in favor? So I don't think I can totally endorse intermittent fasting, and the reason is that in intermittent fasting, people are misusing it. At night, they don't eat anything, which is fine, but during the day, they are misusing it to eat all those foods which are otherwise unhealthy, which means intermittent fasting is not being done with the true sincerity and the purpose for which it is meant. So what do I mean by saying that? What is the true sincerity and purpose of intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is just based on one Vedic principle, or the principle from the Vedas, which is that human beings should eat by sunset. And in fact, this principle is followed amongst many communities in India, including the Jains. And in the Jain community, it's in the scriptures that they should eat by sunset. Now, why was this done? This was done for multiple reasons, but the most important reason was that as humans, we have a circadian rhythm. That means we have a body rhythm which is aligned to the sunlight. And when the sun sets, at the same time, our body rhythm becomes sluggish and slow. And at that time, if you eat something, it will not give you energy, it will not give you nourishment, it will only load your system and make it very heavy. So just that one principle of Vedic nutrition, intermittent fasting has been using. Now, what is going wrong? Number one, the fasting principle people follow, but what is to be eaten during the day, which means that what is the right thing to eat during the day, is never followed. And what is instead done? Binging, eating fast food, eating junk food, eating sugar, eating all those things which should not be eaten if you want to be healthy. That means intermittent fasting can lead to many disorders, which is like gallbladder stones, kidney stones, a disrupted gut biome. And of course, if some people are going to be only eating one meal and a big meal at 4 o'clock and they're hungry during the day, it can also disrupt your hydrochloric acid in your stomach and lead to acidity, gas, and many other problems. So the principle is fine, but it's being misused because it's half a principle. The fasting is right, but the feasting and the feeding, it's not being described, and that is wrong, and that is what is causing problems. And a lot of people come to us with those problems. Now let's talk about what is Vedic nutrition. So in the Vedas, nutrition was written about. And because nutrition was written about, what we have tried to do at One Health platforms, use the Vedic concept of nutrition, added a layer of modern nutrition, added a layer of modern medicine, and made it very, very contemporary. For example, during the Vedic time, there was no fast food, there was no processed food, there were no chemicals of this kind. And that is why we try to add all those things so that people know that in modern context, how do you balance junk food? How do you balance pizzas and burgers and all those preservatives and chemicals which come in the food? And that is why Vedic nutrition is an amalgamation, is an integration of Vedic principles of nutrition, modern nutrition, and allopathic medicine and you've taken the best out of each healthcare system, and together we call it the Vedic nutrition. So firstly, at this point I would like you to tell that we are teaching Vedic nutrition. We are doing two kind of courses. One is personal, the other is professional. So if you want to do those courses, you can go to this website, which is Unitus, and you can at unitusacademy.com you can actually find courses which are suitable for you. And the professional courses are certified, CPD certified, which is Continuous Professional Development United Kingdom. They're also certified, many of the courses are also certified by Health Sector Skill Council. And the best part is, once you become Vedic nutritionist, you can join us. You can actually join us as part of our network, and we will help you with patients, we'll help you to get business. So having said that, now what is Vedic nutrition in terms of intermittent fasting? So in Vedic nutrition, if you were to do intermittent fasting the Vedic way, in that what we would say is that yes, stop eating by sunset, which is 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. depending on which country you are in. But the next morning when you wake up and you have finished your 16 hours of fasting, then you have to break that fast by figs. That means put one fig in a glass of water, leave it overnight, and in the morning you break the fast with that water, which is the fig water, and also eat the fig. Now why it is important is because it will make your body alkaline. Fig is one of the most alkaline fruits known, and the whole night as you are fasting and you have done your 16 hours of fast, your body is very acidic and you really need to make that body alkaline. Second thing which is very important is, after you've had that, what you need to do is, and of course your blood sugars have really gone down, so the fig has natural sugar, natural fiber, and it's alkaline, so it's a great way to break your fast. After that, what will you do? You will have a decoction. In this decoction there will be tulsi, there will be cinnamon, there will be ginger, and if you don't have a weight problem, if you are not obese, you can add little bit of dates. This is khajur. In India it's called khajur or date, so that it becomes little sweet. I mean, so that the flavor and taste is nice. But yes, if you have a weight issue, remove the dates. Don't have the dates, but you can have the other herbs. Now this decoction, what is the decoction? You boil water, put all this in a powdered form, let it boil a little bit more, and then let it sit still for a while, and then drink this decoction, which is very good for you. After that, it's very important that once you freshen up and all, do not have tea, coffee immediately. Have a vegetable juice. A vegetable juice which can be made from tomato, it can have tomato, it can have pumpkin, it can have beetroot, it can have carrot, it can have apple. And this is a great way to actually kickstart your day. It could be part of your breakfast. And with that, in Vedic cuisine, what we suggest is, don't have milk products with cereals, don't have milk products with fruit, don't have curd and milk, because it's a apatya. It's a wrong combination. So with that, you need to have something which is, for example, you can have a quinoa, and in quinoa you can have a quinoa porridge, but the porridge should be made with either soya milk. It cannot be made with the regular milk, because the regular milk should not be had with cereals. So like this, this is the whole philosophy what we follow. And of course for lunch you can have, depending on which country you belong to, you can have a soup, you can have a salad, and plus with that you can have a cereal of your choice. If you are vegan or if you are vegetarian, you can have tofu. If you are Indian, you can have paneer. If you are non-vegetarian, though normally what we suggest is have lean meats. Do not have very heavy meats, because those can put a lot of load on your liver. And of course these three in combination help you to digest it better. It's very important to also include some nuts, like it could be peanuts, which are legumes actually, not really nuts, but you could also make a pack where you put flax seeds, chia seeds, and all these together in a pack, sunflower seeds, so that whenever in the evening around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock you're hungry, have a little bit of these seeds, because they're very good in terms of omega-3 fatty acids. So these are natural fatty acids which your body needs even if it's losing weight. And in the evening, try to have sauteed vegetables. You can have as much as you want. There is no restriction on the quantity, and have a soup. So this way what happens is, you're eating your meal during the highest point of your circadian rhythm of your metabolic fire. So as your metabolic fire goes up, your quantity goes up. As your metabolic fire goes down, your quantity goes down. And this is in perfect synchronicity, or synergy rather, with your meal timings and your circadian rhythm. So that is the Vedic way of intermittent fasting. If you want to know more, please write to us. You can also put your questions and queries in the chat box, and we will be answering you. And if you want to know anything more about it, please write, and next video we'll make accordingly.